Hey, what's going on? Matthew here. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome to Veloz Running, where we talk about all things running. And if you like to talk about running and racing, then this is the channel for you. So please hit that subscribe button, that like button, help me grow this channel. It's Long Run Saturday and it's week 2 of marathon training, reset week 2. Because as you know, if you've been following me, I had to start my marathon training all over again, had to go back to square one, actually square zero, and start over all over again because everything was just falling apart and nothing was working out. So I just decided to just scratch the whole thing and just start over from square one. Last week I did a 7-mile run. And I had gotten sick, and so that was my first one after being sick. It was a little tough, but we got it done. This week I'm not 100%, but I'm feeling a lot better, and we're gonna go out and do 8 miles. I'm gonna add 1 more mile and do 8 miles. I'm going to use the same course. You'll see this course a lot in my videos, and one of the reasons is it's a really, really safe course. And it has a lot of distances. I can do anything from 1 mile to 10 miles and even a little bit more than that. It also has hills in it, and so it gives me a good strength workout. And one of the good things also is that about mile 2 or 3, depending on which route I take, it has water. I'm able to just stop there and get some water and not have to carry a big bottle. Although I will say this, today I borrowed my wife's running vest. I bought her one when she was training for a marathon, and I decided to take it because once I get, here's what I want to do. I'm going to do 8. The plan is 8. But if I feel good, I'm going to add a little bit more. I like to do that. If I feel good, I'm going to add a little bit more. And then if I feel good, I add a little bit more. And so now, obviously, within reason, I'm not going to keep adding and adding until I pass out and collapse. But I'm behind on my marathon training. I should be at week 7 or 8, or 6 or 7, I should say. Probably about mile 12 to 14, I should be already, and I'm not. I'm a little bit behind. And so any chance I get to add a little bit of mileage, I'm going to do that just to try to get those miles in and try to, and not really catch up, but just get some good training in. The only thing is that if I start adding at the end there, I'm going to need a little bit more water than I usually take, than that one water stop that I take. And then I'm also taking some Gatorade and a gel. Again, I'm not 100% yet as far as me fully healed. And so I'm just taking as much fuel as possible to help me get through this. So you'll see me with the vest. I didn't really like it. I'm not used to wearing a vest, and I don't even know if I did it right because it's bouncing all over the place, and it was weird to carry it. But it helped me out. I will say this: it helped me out to get through this run. The other thing that I like about this route is that it has the hills, and it has them on the second half. And so I like going up those big giant hills, and on the way back, I usually pay for it and struggle with it. But as most of y'all know, those of you that do marathons, run marathons, know that once you get to mile 20, those last 6, we're grinding it out and trying to just make it to the finish line and make it home. And so I'm trying to simulate that a lot as much as possible. So I got all those hills, and then on the way back, I'm paying for it, and I'm having to grind out those last miles, and I want that. I want to feel having to work towards the end there on tired legs, and just trying to work through these feelings that want you to quit and stop, and you're tired, and then I'm in this Texas heat. It is hot out there. That's another reason why I took some Gatorade and some extra water. A lot of it was just to kind of splash me and keep me cool. But yeah, I just want to get that feeling of trying to just grind through these last few miles and try to get home and start getting used to that feeling, so that when I'm out there in that marathon, I'm a little bit better prepared for it. But again, so it's week 2 of marathon training. We're gonna do 8 miles today, and if we feel good, we're gonna go a little bit further. So get ready, get your shoes on, come run with me, and let's go get this done. All right, we are off and running. Week 2 of marathon training reset. Because if you didn't see my last video, you need to check it out. I actually started marathon training 5 weeks ago, but I never actually got started because, well, I got started, but then it all went off the rails. And so
I just decided to reset last week. So this is week 2. Plan for today is 7 to 8 miles. So really 8 miles is what I want. I borrowed my wife's water vest, running vest, because it's hot out here. I usually run 6 to 7, but there's no limits at this heat. So I really need some Gatorade and some water as I get to the far end of this run, because there's no water out there. So, but we have started. I'm excited. 26.2 seems so far away when you're barely trying to survive 8. But gotta trust the process. Gotta just get out here and do it. So here we go. Mile 1 coming up here soon. Let's do this. Okay, mile 1 is done. Mile 1 of 8. Hopefully 8. That's the plan. We are gonna go through the hills today again. I just gotta continue putting in that little extra work I gotta put in to strengthen my legs. So I'm gonna go up the hills, pretty much the same route I did last week, except we're gonna add a mile. But I've got this vest. First time I run with it with bottles, and I don't like this bouncing up and down on my chest. Maybe I put too much water in them, but tighten it as much as I can. It doesn't seem to stay still. But I know I'm gonna need the water, so I have to deal with that. But unless y'all got any comments, any hacks y'all can help me with. This is the first time I wear a running vest with water. Maybe after I drink take a few steps, it'll settle down. But mile 1 is done. Next stop is an actual water stop, stretch out, and then we're gonna head to the hills. So, 1 down. Mile 2 done. 9:46, nice and easy. First mile was 10:05, I believe. I didn't mention that when I hit first mile 1, but mile 1, I think it was 10:05. This was 9:46. Let's stay about right here for a few miles. Pick it up a little bit when we hit the hills. Just to put in a little bit of work. Goal for today is just to cover the mileage. Nice and easy. 2 down. Next mile should be right at the water stop, so give it a cool down, stretch out, and hit the hills. All right, we are at 3.2. This is my regular water stop. You see this stop in most of my videos when I come through this way, through this route. The goal today is 8, and so I'm 3.2, so that means a 3.2 back. That gives me 6, a little over 6. So I really only need another mile that way and another mile back to get the extra 2 miles that I need. But this next piece is where you always see me going up the hills. So if I only go a mile out, that means I don't make it to the top of the second hill, which is, you know, we'll see where we are. But I don't have to if I'm only going for 8. I'm still wearing this vest. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's a little bit bouncy. Maybe it's just not the right size. Maybe it's not the right size. But I bought this mainly for this next piece over here, this next mile and a half. It is hot now. I took off about 8 o'clock in the morning. Not too early, not too late. It's probably late for most runners, but I wanted to sleep in. But I really brought it for this part, this next mile and a half or 2, whatever we do, because there's no shade and it's hot and it's already about 85 degrees. And so I just brought it mainly to put water on me, and I got some Gatorade, a little bit of Gatorade. And then also I want to take a gel at mile 4, but that would put it way up there, and I need something to drink it with. So that's one of the reasons I brought it. really mostly to just keep me cool while I'm running. But it's weighted, so it's a little bit, a few extra pounds. I don't really mind the weight. It's kind of like having a little weighted vest and a little bit of exercise. But other than that, we are ready to roll. Stretched out, warmed up. We're on it. All right, first hill. You've seen this hill many times because I run it all the time. Got to make it to that tower with a weighted vest this time. But we can do it. So, a little bit of work in this run. Okay, I just hit mile 4, and I'm at the bottom in between the 2 hills. So I'm supposed to turn around right here and go back. But I don't know. I just can't turn away from this hill. Something about hills. Just want to see. We're gonna go ahead and go forward to the top of the hill and do this last hill, get it done. So that should put us at 4.5 at the top. So we're already here. Might as well do it. All right, we are at the top of the hill. Made it all the way. Stopped here for a little bit just to get some shade, some water, got a gel. Time for the gel. But I'm at 4.71. I was supposed to turn around at 4. I thought it was going to be 4.5 up here, but somewhere I miscalculated or something. I added something over there somewhere in this route that different route that I'm taking. But 4.71. That's going to put me a little over 9 when they get back. There are some shortcuts if I want to take a shortcut on the way back, bring it back to 8 if I want. But if I go back the same way, it's going to be 9, a little over 9 miles. So I'm taking my gel, gonna drink some of this water, take some of this weight off my chest and some Gator. I got a little bit of Gatorade too, and then start heading back. The big hill is done. The 3-minute climb. One more big hill coming up. It's not too much. It's probably a 2-minute climb on that one, but we're on our way back, so we're good. We're good. Okay, just hit mile 5. We're at the bottom of the hills, about to climb up the last hill. But 5 done. Next stop is water. Back at the main water stop. Took my gel, got some Gatorade, some water, head back. We just gotta negotiate this last hill. So, let's go. All right. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm too tired to hold the GoPro, hold it up to my face. 150 meters to go up this hill, up to that tower. All right, did it. Okay, last hill done. Coming down, headed towards the water stop. Hard part is done. We just gotta make it home now. Oh man, that was rough. Okay, we're back at the water stop. I'm at 6.2, so it was 3.2 here, 3.1, 3.2, about a 5K to get here. I didn't realize that this loop I just did was exactly another 5K. So I'm at the 10K mark right now, 6.2. It's good to know if ever I want to run the 10K, this is a good route with hills. So got a little bit of water again, some Gatorade, This is not bouncing as much now that I'm drinking some of it. Warmed up, stretched out. It is hot, but we're on our way back. Here we go, 3.2 to go. Just hit mile 7. So 2 more to go. Well, actually, I'm 2.5 miles away still, but we're closer, that's for sure. But I am starting to feel it, I'll be honest with you. I'm starting to feel it. So I'm running at about 10-minute pace here, nice and easy around this back road. But 7 miles in, almost done. Mile 8. Mile 8. 8. Done. So we're probably about 1.25 miles, less than 1.25 miles away from the house. So about 1.2, something like that. Maybe a little less. But we're close. The sun is blazing. It is. It's kicking. But that's why I brought these waters. I'm able to put some on me and cool me off. Drink some, a little bit of Gatorade. So that stop sign right there. This next corner is exactly 1 mile from my house. So 1 more to go. All right, I got a little dilemma. I'm fixing to get to the last block. By my calculations, I'm gonna be at probably 9.4 when I get to my house. And that's 1.4 more than I wanted to do today. But if I turn left right here, I might get the full 10. We are 1/2 mile away from 10. So my house is right over there, about 50 meters away. But man, we can't come this far just to get this far. I got 10 miles, a couple blocks away, just a loop away. I might as well suffer for another 4 minutes and get that 10 in. So we're gonna come down here, turn right, come back around my block through the backside, get back home, and see if we can get 10 today, which would be awesome. Okay, I just got to my house, went around the block extra, and I got to my house at 9.72. Don't you hate that? So I can't stop at 9.72 with a 1/4 mile away from 10. So I hate that. Well, I know I'll regret it if I stop. So let's get this last quarter and get home. Man. Now that is awesome. Ooh. All right. 10 miles. Sorry, I thought something was coming up behind me. 10 miles in the books. Done. Definitely the longest run so far. This is week 2, as I said, week 2 of marathon training, of my reset marathon training. I started 5 weeks ago, if you check out the last video. started, did an 8 miler, felt great in that 8 miler when I started, and then after that everything kind of just went south, just got really challenging, difficult, so I just decided to reset last week. Last week was week 1 again, did 7. Today the goal was 8. We just kind of kept going, and then when we finally got home, I figured I might as well just finish it and get to 10. So 10, and I feel I kind of got I think the gel and the Gatorade. I'm still trying to get used to this, but it definitely helps to have the Gatorade and the extra water and to be able to cool off my gel. But it was good. It was good. 10 miles in the books. Week 2. I think this is 18 weeks out. So now it's 17 weeks out. This week we're gonna do a couple of easy runs, a track workout on Wednesday, or a speed workout. I don't know if I'll make it to the track, but we'll do some kind of speed workout. And then this next Saturday actually is the Beat the Heat 5K. So we're gonna join that one. That's to support the local fire department and get into that. So I'm gonna use that as a tempo run, a 3-mile tempo run. I'll do one to warm up, 3-mile tempo, and then a one to cool down. So I end up with 4 that day instead of my regular long run. But that's pretty much going to be the last one for a while. There's a 5-miler coming up in September that I'm going to do also as a tempo run, a 5-mile tempo run. So still a few races coming up, but for the most part, we are back on track. I feel better after being sick and being injured and all that was going on. I was a little concerned, but the fact that I was able to push it an extra 2 miles, and then I didn't even know if I was going to be able to do 8, just based on my body. I'm still not 100%. But I got the 8 and an extra 10 with hills, so I'm feeling a little bit of confidence in thinking that I might be able to do this year, because it is discouraging when you're training for a marathon. You're trying to do 26, and you're dying at mile 7 in training, but you just gotta trust the training and keep running. So again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for running with me. I appreciate you, all of you. Hope to see you at the next race. So as always, please subscribe, like, share, connect with us. We'll connect with you. Take care. Be blessed.